Today, we're diving into a story where the glamorous world of K-pop gets hit with some serious fan backlash. It all kicks off with a charity party, but believe me, it quickly blows up into accusations of selling out, and it really makes you question the whole relationship between idols and the fans who got them there in the first place.
And this quote from a fan, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that feeling of disappointment when an artist you've loved for years suddenly feels like a total stranger. And that sense of betrayal, that's the fuel for this entire firestorm. Okay, so where did this all start? Well, it began with an event by W Korea magazine for its Love Your W campaign, which is all about breast cancer awareness. On paper, that sounds great, right? A worthy cause. But what actually went down at the party is what set the internet ablaze. And listen, this wasn't some small get-together. We are talking about the A-list of the A-list. You had members from BTS, you had aespa, IVE, ITZY, TXT, the list goes on. And with a guest list that packed with stars, you just know that every single move is going to be put under a microscope.
And here's where the trouble really begins. Videos from the party started going viral, and it looked less like a charity event and more like a high-end nightclub. You've got idols drinking, dancing, singing along to pop songs. And for people online, the netizens, there was this huge disconnect. It just felt wrong. This party atmosphere felt so disrespectful for an event that's supposed to be about a really serious health issue. But the criticism didn't stop there. Oh no, it got way, way deeper, especially when it came to BTS. For their fans, the ARMY, this backlash wasn't just about the tone of the party. For a lot of them, this event was the tipping point, the final straw that confirmed this growing fear that the group had kind of lost its way.
This really breaks down the core of that complaint. Fans were drawing this line in the sand between the old BTS and the new BTS. You know, they built their career talking about big, meaningful stuff, but now, fans are pointing to what they call intentional silence on major global conflicts, and they're calling out endorsements for certain brands. The feeling is that the group is now just chasing these money-grabbing sponsorships.
And this quote, it just captures that feeling of personal betrayal so perfectly. It's not just about being angry, it's this deep sense of disconnect, like the entire identity of the group has changed, leaving some of their longest-running fans feeling totally lost. Now, it's really important to get this. This party didn't happen in a vacuum. For these fans, it was just the latest in a whole string of things that had them concerned. The reason the reaction was so explosive is because it was really the culmination of a bunch of other issues that had been simmering for a while.
So take this for example. News broke that RM, the leader of BTS, was apparently an investor in an AI art company. Now, on any other day, that's just a business deal, right? But for fans who are already feeling this disconnect, it became another huge point of contention. This one simple tweet just perfectly captures the confusion. I thought, that's it. See, fans saw this as complete hypocrisy because RM had previously sounded pretty negative about AI. So for him to now be financially backing an AI art company, it just seemed like a total contradiction of his own values.
And this comment really shows how fans started connecting all the dots. It wasn't just about the AI investment anymore. It was that, plus the brand deals, plus the silence on global issues, all of it was being woven into this single narrative. And for these fans, that narrative painted a picture of a group that had lost its moral compass.
But it's so crucial to understand this backlash wasn't only about BTS. Not at all. Other idols at the party face really intense scrutiny too. And the case of Karina from aespa is a perfect example of how a series of totally unrelated events can suddenly pile up and create a massive storm of criticism.
So one viral post actually laid out 5 separate incidents in just a few months. It started back in May with an Instagram post that kicked off a political controversy. Then she got criticized for laughing on stage. In September, her group's performance on Good Morning America got some backlash. Then there were accusations of a power struggle during a live broadcast. So by the time the W Korea party happened in October, a lot of online critics saw her behavior there as just the final straw.
This comment is blunt, but it pretty much sums up the criticism against aespa. This idea of celebrity disease is a common critique in Korea. It basically suggests that when an artist gets really successful, they become arrogant, unprofessional, and just totally out of touch with what people expect from them.
So with all this anger swirling around, a huge question came up. Who is actually to blame here? Is it the idols themselves, the event organizers, or is this about something bigger, something deeper, about fan culture?
Well, one perspective you see on popular Korean forums like The Coup is pretty direct. The blame is squarely on the idols. The argument is simple. They chose to go to the party, they participated, so they should be held accountable. Period. But almost immediately, another argument popped up. This one points to what a lot of people see as a massive double standard. They're basically saying, hey, hang on, you guys are really only coming down hard on the female idols. The feeling was that male idols at the exact same event were getting a pass.
And really, the key thing here is that there's no easy answer. Was it the idol's behavior? Was it Korea's bad planning? Maybe it's an overly critical fan culture that just demands perfection. Or is it a societal double standard? The debate is still raging, and you can find valid points on all sides.
And that leaves us with this final, central question. When artists become these massive, global brands, there's a fundamental tension. Do they belong to themselves, with the freedom to change and make their own choices? Or do they belong, in some way, to the fans who built their careers and who now hold them to the standards they once set? It's a question that gets to the absolute core of the modern relationship between celebrities and their fans.